Sean Rush here for Drive Radio. My son Richard Rush today is behind the camera, and this is the review of the all-new 2017 Hyundai Elantra. And just right off the bat, I'll just tell you right up front, great value for the money. This car, as it sits, I've got the window sticker in my hand, $23,185. Fuel economy, 28 city, 37 highway. Average around 32, and we've well exceeded the 32 miles to the gallon in this car. This particular car starts at $17,150, which is $100 less than the old Elantra. So, what do I think of the car? I'll tell you in the opinion portion. You're gonna have to watch the rest of this review to find that out. One of the things I want to talk to you about, though, is just some of the exterior features, some things they've redesigned for 2017. So let's do this. We'll stop the camera, and I'll take you a walk through the outside. We'll drive, we'll come back and do the interior and trunk of the 2017 Hyundai Elantra. All right, folks, some of the exterior styling features they've changed on the 27 Elantra. Some new exterior styling, a little bit more bold look. In fact, I had several people ask me, what is the car you're driving? And I said, well, it's the all-new Elantra. I had one particular Hyundai fan, people really actually already own one of these, that looked at it and said, man, what a fantastic looking car, especially compared to the old car. The signature Hyundai grille on the front, HID lighting that turns with the steering wheel. Again, you're talking about a car at $23,000 that's got features on it on cars that cost a lot more. It actually has a functional front, they call it, hang on, let me get you the exact name of it. They actually have a functional wheel air curtain. That's what's called up here in the front, where it actually directs air around the vehicle to give it a better drag coefficient, which this particular vehicle, 0.27 coefficient drag. In the interior room, we'll get into in a minute, it's a class above anything else in its class. This car is actually classified as a mid-size car, but at a compact car price. I mean, this car is actually competing with cars price-wise, Corolla, Chevy Cruze, things along those lines. $23,000 though. But real quick, before we get into the interior room, I want to tell you this. I wrote some notes down on this. This car actually has more interior room, believe it or not, than an Audi A4, a Cadillac CTS, and a BMW 3 Series, and you're paying a whole lot less money for this car than any of the cars that I just mentioned. So I'll tell you what, we'll get into the trunk portion because I want to show you how that works in just a minute, because it's got the easy opening trunk. I'll show you that as soon as we come back. All right, folks, again, key in pocket, nothing in my hands. I'm going to walk up and show you how this works. So I walk up, get fairly close to the back. 4 beeps, trunk opens. This is not a fully automatic trunk, but you'll notice even if my hands are full, you know what? I could either take what I've got in my hands, help lift up, take my knee, kick it up. Either way, opens right up, away we go. Another cool feature. So as we get into the trunk, I'll have Richard, and the lighting is, we're trying to do the best we can here. Lots of room in the back. As I said, we moved this past week, my wife and I, and one of the things is I unlocked the car, which again is a nice thing. Just because this is open doesn't mean the door is unlocked, which actually is a nice feature for those of you on the safety side of the fence. Double click it, open this up, and one thing you'll notice, I just pulled that down. I can actually pull this seat belt around the headrest, or sorry, this other one around the headrest here, and pull this all the way down. And it's not quite flat, but you'll notice nice big wide opening. Again, during the move this past week, I had a step ladder, I had all sorts of things that I actually put inside of the car. Worked out great. A lot more room in this car than what you would think. Again, I said a moment ago, some of the largest interior room, over 100 cubic feet of interior room, or I should say 110 cubic feet of interior room on the inside of this car. Competes fantastic in its class. Now, I've gotten some criticism in the past for talking as highly on some of the Kia Hyundai products as we have. No, I'm not a salesman for Hyundai or Kia. No, I'm not being paid by Hyundai or Kia. What I'm telling you is these are great values in vehicles. This car, again, $23,000, and it comes with, get this, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, auto emergency brake, auto emergency stop braking, I should say, pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic, and lane change assist, all for a car $23,000. Now, I'm not a salesman for Hyundai, frankly. I don't need to be. This car sells itself. Let's check out the interior room next. All right, I'm going to show you some of the back seat room, rear seat room, I should say. And as I get in, this seat here is not all the way back. You can see this one is pretty much all the way back, so this would come back maybe another couple of inches. I still have got plenty of leg room. I'm 5'10". You know, there's plenty of leg room here. Now, this car does have the optional sunroof, so it lowers this rear in front of me down just a little bit. They step it back up right where my head is at. You know what? Even the departure angle. Now, if you had a hat on, you'd have to watch getting out of the back seat. This particular angle here, but getting in and out of this car, fully functional. There is a nice little center console that drops down with a couple of cup holders here. No other amenities back here, but again, $23,000. Oh, sorry, cup holder also here. So you get the two in the middle, one on each side on the outside, and you get heated rear seats, which again, frankly, great value for 23 grand. I'll jump in the front seat next. All right, now I'm in the front seat portion, and they've used a lot of great materials, by the way, building the new 2017 Elantra. Lots of high structural adhesive, which makes the car actually lighter, but more rigid and more quiet. I'll get into some of that when we drive here in just a moment. The interior, again, nice. These are heated seats in the front. They're very comfortable. They've got special material. You can look that up on the website on how they built the seats. Another cup holder on each side. Infinity sound system. Great value of a car. You'll get into the interior features here as we talk about it. One of the things that they've added new for 2017, first time Hyundai's actually done this, because of Apple CarPlay in this particular car, where you have to have your USB port taken up. There's two USB ports on this car because one of them has to be plugged in all of the time, you know, and that way you couldn't plug in another USB device, for example, to charge. They've actually got two USB hookups. One right here in the center console is where your second one is actually located. So first time for Hyundai to put two USB charge ports in the actual vehicle, and this one is just a charge port only. It does not connect into the radio, so somebody can be actually using CarPlay. The driver could use CarPlay here, or the passenger. You could charge another device USB without having to have a charger with you. So with that, I tell you what, let's do this. We'll take a real quick drive, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my opinion of the 2017 Hyundai Elantra. All right, folks, and we are now driving for the driving portion of this particular review, 2017 Hyundai Elantra. And one thing I will tell you about this car is they've done a good job making the car extra quiet on the inside. They've used extra structural adhesive in the car, which they're doing in some of their other designs that they've got out now. They've done different things with the pillars, different things they've done on the glass. There's many changes they've made, and I'll turn the fan down here and just be quiet. And I'm doing about 30 miles an hour, and I'll let you listen. Pretty quiet interior cabin for a $23,000 vehicle. That's all I'm going to say. The car works phenomenally well. The driving is nice. It's smooth. The lane, the only thing that I had to get used to on this car a little bit, because I really wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest with you, I didn't review this car at all before I started driving. At $23,000, I didn't expect it. The lane keep assist. It takes a little bit of getting used to because it steers you back into the road. So if you start to get over just a little bit, even to avoid, say, a bicycle, it's going to want to put you back over. So it's just something to keep aware of. Once you're used to it, you know, it's sort of a hands-off kind of a driving experience. I shouldn't say a total hands-off, but you know, it makes driving the car a lot more comfortable. Some of you that commute long distances, the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist, the blind spot monitoring, and again, all of that on a vehicle that's literally under $25,000, 23 and some change on this particular vehicle. So let's do this. As we're driving, I'm just going to give you my opinion of the 2017 Hyundai Elantra. What do I think of this car? I think you can already tell from the review I've done up to this point, I like this car. It's a great value. The car works fantastic. It's quiet on the inside. Fuel economy is fantastic. We're driving the vehicle, by the way, with the 2-liter engine. I don't think I've mentioned that in the review yet. It's around 174 horsepower, I want to say. Or you know what? Hang on, let me double check that. I don't want to give you the wrong information. The car, it's 147. I had those backwards, sorry. 147 horsepower, 2-liter engine. Even at our altitude and our mountains with our hills and such here, I didn't notice any problems with that. They do make this car in a 4-cylinder turbo engine. You can actually check that out if you'd like on their website. For our altitude, it might be a better choice, but I had no problem with this car at all. It works absolutely fantastic. What are some of the cons to this car? Frankly, I don't really have too many cons with this car. It's built by a great company. Hyundai and Kia have come a long ways in recent years. Their quality is great and it's improved tremendously in the last 5 years. I just can't say enough about this car. It absolutely works fantastic. If you want to know more about the car, check out the website, the Hyundai website, or go to your local Hyundai dealer. Tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. All right, folks, an addendum, sorry. I gave you my opinion a minute ago, but one thing Richard just now mentioned and I forgot to talk about was a few more of the interior creature comforts. Dual climate control. You can sync them together or run them separately. Again, I talked about the 2 charge ports a little bit earlier. All of your steering wheel controls, very easy to navigate from phone. Bluetooth connection was easy. As far as scrolling through all the different information in the car, as far as what's on the screen in front of you, very easy. Your lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, those are all on your left. The anti-skid is over here on the left, I should say. Volume controls for the radio are here, and your cruise control, adaptive cruise, all of that is on the right hand side, of course, wipers and what have you. Nice infotainment system. Hyundai's done a great job. We've reviewed that in depth on some of the previous models. Apple CarPlay included with this one. Another great touch to this particular vehicle. When I go to reverse, as far as the backup camera is concerned, so you can see there's some spots behind us, and you can just use the camera. And it's got dynamic grid lines, and you can pull right in. As you can see, there's a bunch of rocks and such behind us. We can pull all the way up, and you can get right to the edge of the asphalt, put it in park, and away we go. Very easy vehicle to maneuver, great parking, lots of interior room. Again, home run Hyundai, great job. Again, check this out at your local Hyundai dealer.